Got the big boy, the damn cooler. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I got 3 rebuilds going on at the same time. I got the Mazda, the Camaro, the Jeep. I also got the Cummins, the 12 valve, but I don't know if I'm gonna sell that one yet or keep it and use it as a, like a car hauler. But right now, I'm trying to get the cars ready for paint. This one's pretty close here. I just ran into some problems with the fender. Looks like I actually got the fenders for a Mazda 3. I was hoping that they were gonna be the same as the Speed 3s, but they're actually not. The Mazda Speed 3 fenders are a little bit wider. So I'm gonna have to package these back up and return them back to Certifit. Once I do that, I'm probably gonna get to work on the Jeep. I still got the door to install on the fender, and I'll see what I could do with the Camaro. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. All right, guys, it's time to take out the Mazda and bring the Jeep in and start working on the Jeep. Now that I pulled the Jeep back in the shop, I just want to share with you guys that it looks like the last owner that bought this Jeep bought it at AutoNation, and maybe not even a month after they bought it, they actually got into a car accident. Looks like a lot of damage, but it really isn't. I'm just gonna take off the fender, get to these bolts to remove the door. I already have the door over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. I'm probably not gonna make as much money as I am on the Camaro or the Mazda, but I think this will be a pretty easy sell. It only has 84,000 miles, so it should be pretty easy. I usually never see engine bays this clean. It's amazing. Looks like it's still detailed from the dealership that sold it. All right, so I'm gonna start off by removing the fender. Probably gonna start off by removing these clips here. Looks like it's got a bunch of them. All right, I got that molding out of the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to these inner fender bolts. Looks like it's got some more clips, and see what I can maybe find some bolts in there. before I get too ahead, I actually came and brought the fender, the new one, so I can see. It looks like there's only two places where it mounts over there by the headlight, and then there's one there by the door, and then it's got these two bottom ones, but I think those ripped out. So if I could get those two loosened up, I think I should be able to take the fender out without having to take the front bumper and the headlight and all that stuff out. So let me see what I could do. So I think I'm actually gonna be able to sneak the fender out. I almost got it out, but I actually found this really hidden bolt inside of here. I just need to get that one out and it should come right out. Once I removed that hidden bolt there, that fender actually just came right out. Everything looks good here. There's actually no damage to the bumper. Now that I got the fender out, I can get access to these bolts, so I can go ahead and take the door out. But man, that actually saved a lot of work. This is gonna be great. So before I take off the door, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the harness. I'm gonna take a look at the new door so I can see how that harness is clipped on. Let's take a look. So as you can see, it's just these little things I had to pinch in so that way it could come out. So I just have to remove those harnesses there. Alright guys, so I got the clip out. It's actually this little safety pin that goes in there. You take it all the way out and then you reach all the way in there and then you pinch the release and then you're able to take it out. You have to be really gentle with these so that way you don't have to break anything. So now that I got that out, I'm gonna take off these bolts and take off the door. So this is gonna be a little hard here. Let's see. Alright guys, looks like I got the fender and the door out. Honestly, I don't really see a lot of damage. This thing just kind of got pushed in a little bit. I'm just going to straighten it out. Looks like everything's here's a pretty good shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the door in and see how it lines up. I'm thinking it's gonna be just a bolt on. So what I did here to tighten up the bolts, I put my jack on the back of the door to lift it up. Now that I got it at the proper height, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up. Plugs in. I think actually this is going to be easier from the inside. Just going to leave it there for now. Alright, so it's pretty close. I went ahead and put this block of wood on the jack because it looks like it did needed to be lifted up quite a bit. I noticed that the door's sitting straight, but this one's a little low. I'm thinking that with the accident, it actually got pushed down. So I'm gonna loosen it up and raise it up a little bit. All right, so now I have the door sitting perfect. My lines are straight. This trim, I'm probably gonna replace it from the other door. So is the door handle. That trim right there, that chrome trim is just glued on, so I'll just go ahead and take that off. I'm gonna go ahead and line up the fender just to see what it looks like. So I went ahead and plugged those the plugs in. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and see if my windows and my locks work. Let's see, the moment of truth. Ah, yes. So the driver does work. Passenger. Yep. The rear. Yep. The rear driver. Now the locks. Yep. Very good. So this is turning out to be a lot easier than I expected. To be honest, if I would have bought a door that didn't have any damage, I would be sanding these parts down and getting them ready for paint. But This door actually, if I would have bought a door that didn't have any damage, it would have cost about $700. This door I only paid 150. So I think it was worth the savings. Here I'm marking up the little hail damage that it has. I think it has like 4 little dings. I'm just gonna mark those up, grind them down, and use my dent puller. So I took out the big boy, the dent puller. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery so that way I don't harm any of the computers, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the dent puller. You just move the seat all the way forward, and then you take it out from the bottom. It's kind of weird, but let's see. So it says that it should be right here. Yep. I'm just gonna disconnect that negative terminal and we should be all set. Put my ground in. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on these little dents. Should be a cakewalk. So I went ahead and marked my body line so that way I can pull from there, get a nice solid line there. All right, guys, I got the dents out. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this Vevor dent puller. It's actually one of the more economical dent pullers you can buy. I actually bought this on eBay, but it's worked out great. There's different versions of it. There's a digital one and this manual one. I actually bought this manual one just because it seems like maybe it would have a less of a failure rate. But yeah, it's got different options. Just, you know, you could weld the keys, the little donuts there, the triangle, that's what I'm using right now. And then it's got this little zigzag string that you can weld on and then pull it with these. But yeah, I really recommend it. I think it's only like $300 and it's worked out great for these little jobs here. It works out awesome. It's way better than those, you know, that stud gun. So I really recommend this one. All right, so now that I got the dents out, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with some 80 grit. That's just gonna be to feather out the paint. And I'm using an interface pad. So I'll do that and then I'll add some glaze putty. Some glass cleaner. Time to add some glaze putty on this. Do it as close as possible so that way you avoid sanding later on. Usually the better you get at this, you get it in one try. I don't think I'm that good yet. I'm probably gonna do two hands. I wasn't gonna replace this, I would have taped it off, but I'm just gonna replace it so I don't care. The nice thing about this glaze putty that it's not as hard to sand like the Bondo is. This one it's a little bit easier to sand. So there's actually a pretty cool trick about cleaning these. You just wipe them off as much as you can, and then you get one of those shop rags with some lacquer thinner, and you wipe them down and they're brand new again. I'll show you guys that. See, I just have this rag with some lacquer thinner. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe off all the glaze putty off of this. And it's like brand new again. Nobody really knows this trick, or I don't really see a lot of people doing this. But look at that, like brand new. And wherever you mix the glaze, I just use a piece of paper and I just throw it away. So that way I don't have to worry about cleaning that. But this, look at that, like brand new. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. This rebuild has been a cakewalk. Pretty happy with that. I just need to get these parts ready for paint and I'll get this Jeep back on the road. On my future videos, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking a little bit more about money and how to buy cars on Copart and start teaching you guys a little bit more things. So far, I've only spent about $10,000 on these 3 cars I'm working on, the Jeep, the Camaro, the Mazda. And selling them, I think I'm gonna get around $30,000 to $40,000 back. So you'll be surprised. I'll teach you guys a lot of stuff.